Welcome to Chantel's Homeschool. I hope you enjoy my channel and that I can help you on your journey. Hello, my friends. I'm Chantel. Welcome to Chantel's Homeschool. I'm a mom of 7 and have been homeschooling for more than 11 years now. I myself am a homeschool graduate, and so I've been enjoying homeschooling my kids as well and sharing our journey with you guys. So you may have been wondering when I posted all of my curriculum stuff if I've liked everything we've picked. Well, truth is we haven't liked everything we've picked, but I want to share something with you that I've been really happy with. So Saxon Math, I've been really happy with the level 2 and level 3. The more we do it, the more I love it. I just wish I would have done it years ago. I love this math curriculum. In a video that I shared before, I shared that there's a fact sheet. This has been phenomenal for my kids. My daughter has been practicing her facts for a long time and is still struggling with some of them. But having the consistent practice that Saxon has, she's finally doing really well. They have a fun way to do it that's really just using flashcards, but they show the kids how to do it themselves. And so my kids think that that's fun, and it's been very helpful. So it usually just has one fact sheet and then a lesson. A simple lesson. It has an A and a B side. This is an assessment, actually. So let me show you not an assessment. Okay, here's not an assessment. It has a fact sheet. Most every lesson it has a fact sheet, and then a side A and a side B. We never do the side B, and if you are, I would probably pause and see if you really need it. This is just so simple. It's not cluttered, and my kids have never once complained about how much work there is. They love this. Having done other maths where there's a lot more to it, they've loved this. Now, this isn't all that's in there. If this was all that's in there, that would be maybe not quite enough. So another reason that I love it is the teacher's guide. Now, I have heard people who use this that take like an hour and a half. And if your kids are taking that long, then I would probably look at how you're using this, because I don't think Saxon meant for you to follow this word for word. It's a teacher script for beginners who've maybe never taught before. But even as beginners, you really don't need to do everything. So one thing that I love, I'm going to flip the camera around and show you guys a closer up of all this, is, every day you go over the calendar, you go over the days of the week. More than that, it'll say how many days till Samantha's birthday or something like that. You'll pick it. You go over the clock, and then it has the new lesson. And if you don't know what to say, it is totally scripted. Usually after reading it, though, I get the gist of what they're trying to do. And our lesson maybe takes 5-10 minutes at the possible most. And then we're done. And that's it. And they do their one fact sheet and their lesson thing, and they're done. It's been really nice. I love this because it's very hands-on. Just today, my youngest son in Math 2 was learning the beginnings of fractions. They had us use a hexagon, parallelogram, a trapezoid, and little triangles to fill in the hexagon, and we talked about each part. So the kids were using their hands and talking and learning, because little kids learn when they touch things. We all know that. They like to touch everything. And I'm just really so happy with the concrete ways that it's teaching my kids by touching it, and the logical thinking that it teaches. Like, it does patterns, various patterns, not just number patterns, but other patterns. And the questions are just so logical. Sometimes I have to stop and think, oh, that makes sense. That's why we're doing this. But it's not in a hard, over-the-top way. It's very child-friendly. So I am extremely happy with our choice to do Saxon Math. We will for sure continue with this because I'm loving it. And I haven't had any complaints about math, like not one. And we've had nothing but tears for the last 2 years for my youngest daughter who's done math. So I'm really happy with this. So I mentioned that Saxon has flashcards, and it does. So one nice thing is that they're colored, so it'll say get the pink ones, get the blue ones. But what it does is it has the flashcard, and then the back, the very top number is the answer. So 4 plus 6, and then the answer is 10. And it shows the kids how to do it. And this has been really phenomenal, just super simple. Every day I pull out a few for my daughter and my son to work on. Usually the teacher's guide will also say which ones to work on. Like today it said work on the pink ones. So although it calls this pink, and this is not pink, this is purple to me. So I do think they mess it up. This looks more pink to me, but I think they call this peach in the book. So anyways, just a minor flaw there that they said this is pink. Anyways, it'll tell you when to use the colors, and it's been really helpful for my daughter. Now, it doesn't just introduce the flashcards, it actually uses hands-on. So we were learning the numbers that add up to 10. It had us get physical counters and make 2 circles, and we figured out all the ways we could add 10. That was the lesson that day. It was so nice, so hands-on. My daughter could see it and get it like so easily. I'm loving it. I'm going to flip around the camera and show you guys kind of the inside of it. And why I think a lot of people don't like it is because of the teacher's guide. It's super thick. It's very scripted. If you're using Saxon, please don't take an hour and a half to do the morning meeting. Definitely make it fit your needs, because an hour and a half for a 3rd grader or 2nd grader or 1st grader is way too long. It should not take them longer than 30 minutes to do this. And for us, it's usually around 15 to 20. So let me show you. So here's a look. This is part 2. It often has something here called Masters. And this is purely for you teaching the lesson. Instead of writing it on the chalkboard or something, this is here for your convenience. The fact sheet, they almost never, and I haven't seen it yet, where they introduce facts that you have not practiced with them before they do them on the fact sheet. And then this is a simple lesson, just this. You can see it's really easy to do. There's not a ton of problems. It's basic and simple. I think it's just perfect for this age group, the amount of time that it takes. And like I mentioned before, there's a side B, which we do not do. I think that's meant more for public school for homework. It says that. Well, it doesn't say it's meant for public school, but it says, you know, after school to go home and practice that. So here's a lesson. Here's the preparation, the things that you need. I found a printout. I will link this below, but this has been so helpful. We don't always write it down. Sometimes we do it verbally, but this has been so helpful. It saves me a lot of time of figuring out, writing down the story problems or writing down the problems on a whiteboard. It's just simply there. We can do it verbally, or my daughter will write on it, but it is very simple. It was like $2, $2.75, I think, to be exact. So you can see you go over your calendar. I for sure would not do all of this every day. Pick what your kids struggle with. I try to make sure we hit each of these at least once a month. And then this is the lesson. It says the lesson. And it's going to show you things before you actually do it. You're going to show your kids. And like here, it says to practice. Often, if you have certain flashcards, it'll say practice the pink ones or green ones here. It has an answer key. I think people get really overwhelmed with this because it's so scripted. And I would say just don't read this word for word. If you see the pattern, you know, just pull it out and kind of talk about it. I wouldn't sit and do every little thing on this if your kid knows it, because it is very repetitive. Some kids need that repetition and other kids don't need it quite so much. I just try to make sure we hit it like once a month. So we really enjoy this. It comes with the flashcards you need. I'll go ahead and link this because it's been so helpful and it's super cheap. So it's definitely worth it. I hope you enjoyed this look at Saxon. If you like my channel, please like and subscribe. so more people can view my things. And we will see you later. Bye.